We will continue to engage with China from a position of strength. Our partnerships in the Indo-Pacific have never been stronger. In 2023, the President held his historic summit at Camp David with Japan and the Republic of Korea, cementing a new era of trilateral cooperation. We're working with the United Kingdom and Australia to produce nuclear-powered submarines. We launched new comprehensive strategic partnerships with Vietnam and Indonesia, a new defense cooperation agreement with the Philippines, new trilateral initiatives with the Philippines and Japan, new embassies in the Solomon Islands and Tonga. We've deepened our partnership with India. We've elevated cooperation through the Quad with India, Japan, Australia. We need Congress to pass the President's additional national security funding request. Here's who benefits if Congress passes this supplemental: our fellow citizens, our businesses, our workers, our allies and partners, people around the world who are looking to the United States to lead. Here's who cheers if we fail: Moscow, Tehran, Beijing. If we come up short, it won't be our adversaries and competitors who stopped us. It will be ourselves. President Putin has boasted in recent weeks that, and I quote, "Ukraine has no future." He thinks a strategy of waiting us out while sending wave after wave of young Russians into a meat grinder of his own making will pay off. On one and only one point, I agree with Putin. America's ongoing support is critical to enabling Ukraine's brave soldiers and citizens to keep up their fight, to ensure that Russia's war remains a strategic failure, and to continue helping Ukraine move toward standing strongly on its own 2 feet, militarily, economically, and democratically. In the conflict between Israel and Hamas, we will continue to focus intensely on our core priorities: helping Israel ensure that what happened on October 7th can never happen again, bringing the conflict to an end as quickly as possible, while minimizing the loss of life and the suffering of civilians, getting the remaining hostages back home to their families, preventing the conflict from spreading, and, once and for all, breaking the devastating cycle of violence and moving toward durable, lasting peace. What is striking to me is that even as, again, we hear many countries urging the end to this conflict, which we would all like to see, I hear virtually no one saying, demanding of Hamas that it stop hiding behind civilians, that it lay down its arms, that it surrender. This is over tomorrow if Hamas does that. This would have been over a month ago, 6 weeks ago, if Hamas had done that. And how can it be that there are no demands made of the aggressor and only demands made of the victim? On Venezuela, let me say first this, and you've heard me say this before: we have no higher priority than doing everything we possibly can to bring our fellow citizens out of harm's way, to make sure that they're safe and secure if they get into trouble in one way or another overseas, including if they're arbitrarily detained. And as you know, we have secured the release over the past couple of years of nearly 36 Americans who were arbitrarily detained. That is work that continues every single day in any place around the world where Americans are being wrongfully imprisoned or detained. So this has been a priority for us broadly. It's also been a priority when it comes to Venezuela. And we want to make sure that our fellow Americans are released. We are also focused on political prisoners in Venezuela.
Well, yeah, hopefully the cough